It's Maddie with the Colorful Dinosaur. I live with schizoaffective bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. I make videos about my passions in life. One of my favorite passions in life is cooking. This week I made refried beans in the Instapot from dried pinto beans. It's really easy and didn't require any pre-soaking. It saved me a bit of money than buying canned, enough at least for a Diet Coke, which I think is the perfect pairing for tacos. It's also a lot healthier than canned beans, with only a little olive oil for fat and seasoned with spices, not preservatives. My energy came and went this week, and I was glad to have prepared this on Tuesday, #Taco Tuesday, along with some ground beef. Shout out to my Aunt Paula for gifting me this, so I could easily make meals throughout the week. Tostadas, burritos, nachos, all came together pretty quickly after the initial preparation on Tuesday. The only thing about meal prep that gets to me is eating the same dish every day for like 5 days. I want some variety. Being able to change the tortilla situation to make different Mexican foods help alleviate this problem a bit. Cooking has been something I've always been drawn to and like to have in my life. My dad is a great cook and likes to make elaborate dinners, ones that would usually be ready by around 9 p.m., which is not exactly the optimal mealtime for little kids. Still, I love my dad's approach to cooking, how he cares about the quality of ingredients, explores spices from around the world, and studies techniques and theory from Cooks Illustrated and authors like Alton Brown from Good Eats before making a meal. My dad taught me all of this, while my mom taught me how to give your guests and yourself the best mealtime experience you can. She is always reminding me to use my senses when I cook, to look at the colors, smell textures, and feel aware of the process and what I am making. I appreciate these reminders as I can get hyper-focused on following all the steps in a recipe. I think it is a balance of paying attention to where you are in the cooking process and appreciating what your hands are unfolding. I think that is a good lesson for life, being aware of the process, like getting up, getting ready, going to work, coming home, going to sleep, and being aware of what you are building as you move through your day. For such a long time with my illness, I was only aware of the blocks being put up in front of me, of having to struggle through each moment, being unable to think freely and clearly, as if someone had their hands wrapped around my mind, slowly choking the life out of me. More than acute pain, it was just simply exhausting to have my brain out of my control, with intrusive hallucinations and comments on my every thought, feeling, and emotion. It was just so fatiguing. I am tired now just thinking of it. I have no idea how I worked full-time throughout most of it, and dated and had hobbies and interests. It was grueling, and I don't think I ever acknowledged how sick I was for fear of coming across as too disabled or mentally ill or just not able to hold it all together. The more I learned to be gentle with myself, the better things have gotten. When I stopped judging and blaming myself for having schizophrenia, when I stopped feeling like I deserved to be punished for my thoughts and actions, a weight was lifted from my shoulders and my symptoms improved. This was only possible through lots of therapy and forgiving myself for doing what I felt I must to survive. Not putting so much pressure on myself around work and money and prioritizing peace of mind over a career trajectory has brought me so much relief. I believe we can all benefit from setting healthy boundaries in our work lives and prioritizing our well-being over the company's bottom line. My friend Shannon recommended a book to me called Work Won't Love You Back, and it has so many valuable lessons about the value we place on work, what we ask of workers, and how we view the exchange of labor for money. I'm learning to be gentle with myself. I'm learning to notice and make space for discomfort and feel my way through it instead of resisting it. Resistance has been a big part of my chronic illness experience. I have stayed silent when I wanted to scream or groan or utter no, no, no when the voices get out of control and overwhelm me. Being silent about the hallucinations was something I needed to do to not seem crazy or disturb anybody else. I still don't want to randomly scream in a room full of people and let the cat out of the bag. I have a severe mental illness. But to going to my car or my bedroom and letting out a wail of anguish when nothing can stop the onslaught of cruel voices doesn't seem like the worst idea in the world. What's even better is expressing myself like this, through videos and posts on social media, where I can share my perspective and create a shared narrative with the world. Making refried beans reminded me of the fairy tale of Jack and the Beanstalk, and the giant crying out, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Every day living with this illness has felt like trying to escape the giant with the golden goose in my arms. There is so much beauty and wonder inside my mind that creates beautiful moments and words and images. It's only a matter of escaping the voices that want to grind me to a pulp. I'm happy with how the refried beans turned out, and I hope you'll check out the recipe on my website. Story and ad free, just the good stuff. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and remember, roar is a 4-letter word.